Hi everyone, and we are back. Where, I can't exactly say, but let me kind of get you up to the present moment, at least what's happening to my version of new reality TV, aka my life. Okay, so I forget exactly where we were last time, but let me tell you what's happened recently. So I had this incredible meeting with this one gal from Australia that I met in Sedona a couple of weeks back. It turns out she's part of this spiritual permaculture community, and something is in the works now where they came, they felt the land. This land is meant to feed people, among other things, and have people really enjoy it in a variety of forms. I'll get to that in a moment because we have more developments on that score. But we're looking at possibly now forming a community end of October where there'll be 20 people here paying at least $500 a month. That's $10,000, quick math, and that's more than take care of the needs of this property, as well as the possibility for even expansion of capital improvements, etc., and even paying some of the organizers, because I'm really clear what I do best is not organize. Not that I'm disorganized, but I may be. It's really a matter of perhaps my being a bit of a spiritual elder. How cool is that? Something I always wanted to be. And so now I get to be it. And so that's one thing that's in the works. In the meantime, that's October. Today, literally, is the 14th of July. Happy Bastille Day, everybody. Tomorrow, my mortgage is due, and I'm not paying it. So, just so you know, and this is the first time I've done so, and doing so, consciously not paying my mortgage, which I got to tell you, I don't know about you, but back in the day when I actually had a ton of dough, the prospect of not paying my mortgage was like, oh my God, you little piece of shit. You are so bad. I would have called myself every name in the book, things that I would never say to anybody else, I would say to myself. And now, things are a little different. Maybe because I've got a lot of company, because a lot of people ain't paying their mortgages, and maybe that's what it's all about. I don't know. Maybe it's in vogue and style. I don't know. But truth is, and I feel so blessed to say this, I just feel so incredibly grateful for this moment. And let me give you an example. So this past Monday, I went and took this gal from Australia. She had to go up to Harbin Hot Springs. She was going to some kind of dance retreat of some kind. So I went there, and I just got to tell you, if you haven't been to Harbin Hot Springs, not this is an ad for it, it is definitely a non-ordinary reality. First of all, most people are walking around naked, and most people you wouldn't want to see walking around naked. So that's already weird enough, right? It's already in the land of the bizarre, one of those bizarre dream sequences, that actually happens to be reality, which I'm noticing, and maybe you are too, the blur between dream and reality is becoming more and more like one of these where you can't tell the difference. I mean, you read the newspapers, let's hope it's a bad dream, because it's some kind of bizarre-ass reality, if you know what I mean. And so, what's really amazing is, and how simple, hysterically so, that simply by taking your meat suit, i.e. your physical body, and dumping it in 115-degree fondue water, and then going from there and into a 60-degree chill-out zone, refrigerated pool, back and forth several times, it completely shifts your reality, let alone the fact you're not wearing any clothes, neither is anybody else. Just going from hot to cold to hot to cold, after a few of those cycles, I'll tell you, if you had stress, if you had beliefs that like somehow you're beating yourself up on, you just can't hold on to them. You either get them soaked out or frozen out, and they are just gone. And what's left is something that is truly sublime. Whoa, I felt it. It's really sublime. So, I'm feeling sublime. I leave there. I decide, you know what, I see this old man, he kind of looks like Santa without a job, long white beard and everything like that, kind of crusty looking and everything, he's hitchhiking. When was the last time you picked up a hitchhiker, peeps? Not recently? I understand. I haven't even seen him recently. Here this guy's hitchhiking, I asked him where he's going, a few miles down the road, I'm passing by there, I said, fine, come on in. Gotta tell you, didn't smell so good. But I figured, you know what? I'm a being of light. I'm a loving being here. I am so blessed to have this Prius with an empty seat. Come on in, fellow traveler of life. And so he comes in, spends the 10 minutes, kind of breathing out my mouth, if you know what I mean. Because, a little on the canine side. And as he exits, I wish him a great day. He says, thank you, thank you, thank you. He's so blessed, so grateful. I feel, you know what? I am doing humanity in my own little piece, such a great service. And then I look at the seat. I happen to notice as he was getting out, he was wearing kind of like these black, kind of like workout pants. And I noticed this kind of strange glimmer, kind of a sheen, kind of glowing in the front. Then I looked at the car seat as he exited the car, and it was wet. And then I kind of do a little sniff test. Yes, my car was pissed on. And then I had the choice to whether feel like I get pissed off or not. Pissed on, pissed off, what's going on here? Somehow, amazingly, due to the sublime nature of the soaking, I couldn't help but break out in laughter. And then I look up and there's another guy hitchhiking. And guess what? I hit the gas! I just had to take off. You know what? I did my deed for the day, and I just wanted to share it with you because life is so freaking bizarre, and that's just the way it is. And it can really have me feel, and maybe you too, I don't know what the heck in the world is going on with this world, with this country, with this life, with all of it. It feels like we're in the land of the bizarre. I've got no idea what's happening next, but as I look at the country and read the headlines, you can almost hear a flushing sound down the toilet. It's what it feels like, and a lot of people are telling me that. Maybe you're feeling that and just maybe not speaking it out loud. And with all due respect to Mr. Mitt Romney, who possibly is promoting a better way than the incumbent, Mr. Obama, it feels like it's one big bag of corporate identity being shoveled onto us, and there's really no real choice that we have other than to have the several industries such as the finance industry, the insurance industry, the pharmaceutical industry, the energy industry. I'm probably leaving the farm industry, the food industry, the drug industry. Maybe I'm missing one or two that feel like they're covering all of it, and they're just kind of giving us this illusion of choice. Sorry about that political announcement, but I had to bring it in. Anyway, moving right along. So here we are, not knowing what's going to happen next. I decide to list the house through this website called Airbnb because somebody, I'm thick. I had to hear 3 times from the universe from various people. Have you heard of Airbnb, Stu? Have you heard of Airbnb? No, and finally, yeah, I heard of that. And so I kind of posted this. I kind of posted this very brief profile, the bare minimum. Push the send button. I'll be darned. Within 12 hours, I get a request for 16 people to be here this weekend, and in fact, they are here. They're traveling about right now, probably drinking, boozing, or whatever they're doing. Amazingly, these people are 20 and 30-somethings, all of whom have like multiple degrees, not in black belt or something, but like in PhD and MBA and hedge fund and physician and psychologist and neuroscientists, and they've been brought together, housed at NASA as some kind of think tank, with the idea being that after a few weeks of immersion with each other, doing some kind of inherent TED conference together, they're going to somehow self-organize and form businesses together that are going to each impact over 1 billion people, and that's about 15% market share or something like that, right? There's about 7 billion people on the planet, 14%, whatever it is, and with ideas that are going to shift the world and probably shift their wallets. I can only imagine, because that's why they call it business, right? And it's just incredible that as I let go and invite in that this land be open to housing people, to expand their consciousness, to expand their sense of well-being, and to really make their mark on the world, hopefully with a very loving, a very caring, and very interconnected way. It's amazing that people are showing up that I couldn't even begin to dream about. And so I'm inviting you to consider, as you consider your dreams and what it is that you want to create in life and want to experience in life, just to invite in the possibility of, or even more than that, or even more than that. With a perfect example being this beautiful being behind the camera today is one Holly Shaw, who I'm so honored and grateful to be present here. And just met her 2 weeks ago. And already I feel like it's someone who is so near and dear to my heart. It's so beautiful. And at times I have absolutely no idea how old I am. I'm anywhere from a teenager to an elder statesman, if you know what I mean. And just an indication of what's possible. So that's the update for now. I'm doing a bit of time traveling between being in my youth, being in my elderness, and largely being more immature than not. And it seems to work. Anyway, I'm continuing to pray, continuing to dream, continuing to meditate, continuing to invite in from the universe and say, thank you, God, thank you, universe, thank you, all that is. And I'm inviting in that this land and all the people that could possibly want to come here and have an amazing experience, that it's all happening. And I already have someone lined up for next weekend, I think, with a party at 10. And we're having this group of 20 women coming in mid-August. And things seem to be happening. And it's amazing. And I'm on a life journey that I never thought in my tender years of double nickels that this is what's happening. So that was 55, in case you couldn't guess. Okay. So anyway, that's it for now. Whoever you are, I absolutely adore you and love you and invite you to come play. And anything I can do personally to serve you and to help you lighten up, I'm here for. So sending you lots of love. Be back soon.